Welcome to Dr. Jester Rant, and I'm gonna rant about this from bounding into comics. Report: Monster Hunter film pulled from Chinese theaters of a racist joke. Imagine that. China, even the government of China makes a lot of videos, some of them actually faked or stealing footage from American movies to insult American, Europeans, and other things like that. You also have the Uyghur concentration camps. They definitely discriminating against the Muslim population in China. They are also harvesting their organs to sell it to the Islamic world because they need halal organs, and the only place you can get them in a more reliable fashion is through China, using those services by harvesting the Uyghur population organs, using them as slave. Ooh, birds. Either way, using them as slave labor, or even the general population. We saw it. How they targeted black people in China. We saw them discriminating against them. Dude, and if you talk to any Asian people, anyone from that region, they will tell you that the Chinese are a bunch of fucking assholes. And they tell you that they are extremely racist. And then for them to have this type of, I don't know, a reaction over a simple joke is just hypocritical. That's pretty much what you expect from the control-left communists and Democrats. So, either way, let's get back to the article. After just one day at the box office, the Paul W.S. Anderson directed Mila Jovovich-led live-action adaptation of Capcom's Monster Hunter franchise has been pulled from theaters in China, following a vocal backlash from Chinese audiences against a racial joke featured in the film. Let's drink coffee. Well, the joke captured in the The joke as captured by video games industry analyst and recent era admin Daniel Ahmad. Just so you know, this is where internet goes to die. This place has so much soy, but so much soy that even a tiny little bit of testosterone in there dies. It gets kicked out. It's kind of like water and oil. You can't mix those two. Recent era is an absolutely atrociously retarded place to be in. Either way, sees a soldier seemingly apropos of nothing, asks his squadmate, "Guess what kind of knees are these?" Before responding with the punchline, "Chinese." It's actually kind of a joke. I don't know. I don't think I should be able to play this video unless I get copyright strike on my videos, but suffice to say, they are driving in a vehicle, and there's not much context in this footage. Just enough that this guy is driving, and then an actual Asian, replies back, "Guess what kind of knees are these?" And responds with Chinese. He says that. It's an actual Asian saying that. So it's like making a... I don't know. Making a storm... I don't know. Let's return to the article. According to Ahmad, the joke was being linked to the rhyme phrase "Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, look at these," which is considered offensive. Look, it's a joke. Things get changed over time, like the word gay. It used to describe... and still is in some certain ways, but it used to describe something happy or someone happy, and now it's mostly to describe someone who prefers sex with the same gender, usually on the male demographic, because the female chose the word lesbian. So The phrase is widely interpreted as a taunt towards Asian immigrants. Chinese, Japanese immigrated to Western countries as laborers, their Chinese, with the final phrase meant to draw the immigrants' attention to the comparatively large chest sizes of Western women. Look at these. Some Chinese viewers expressed their anger towards the joke by review bombing Monster Hunter World, the latest video game released in the franchise, with 1,000 negative reviews having been left on the title's Steam page since film's December 3rd premiere. The situation eventually caught the attention of Capcom themselves, as Ahmad reported that the developer issued a statement on Chinese social media, Weibo. So you know, even their internet is exceptionally controlled. So, more hypocrisy from the Chinese. What's new? Stating that it is aware of the situation and the controversy and that it's not the producer on the Monster Hunter movie and that it will report the situation to relevant film companies to investigate. Look, China needs to open up to the world. The local population, which some of them seem to have this type of problem here, needs to be exposed to other ideas, and China needs to be freer, because I love the Chinese culture. Chinese history is rich, completely filled with a lot of technological advances. Obviously that has died in the last less than 100 years or so, because, you know, communists took over and now everything they produce is a copy or a bootleg product or something like that. But the culture, the Chinese culture, is absolutely awesome. Their food is amazing. One of the best foods in the world, the best culinary comes from China. They need to open up so they can not only the population be free, but to avoid the obvious human rights abuses in the country. Sorry, I hit the microphone again. Either way, let's get back. Backlash against the film continued to mount. China-centric movie news source Gavin Feng initially reported that all showtimes of Monster Hunter are now being cancelled in China. Imagine that. Well, considering that it is a country who actually demanded that movie posters get censored to take out the black guy or minimize their appearance in the poster so it can be released in China. Looking at you, Star Wars! He then provided an update just hours later. The theater's exhibitors just got new notification that the plan of releasing new copies removing the scene of Monster Hunter have been suspended, which they noted almost means it's banned here. Ooh, so it's got banned. There's a very likelihood that it will not get edited copy, which is a shame. I don't like censorship. I don't like people changing their movies. For instance, I wouldn't want them to censor Ghostbusters 2016, which us Ghostbuster fans never mention about it because that one was mostly an insult to the Ghostbusters franchise. But here we are. But even then, I wouldn't want it censored or anything like that, or the jokes, the insulting jokes against men be censored or anything like that. Not even would I want if a Chinese movie comes to the West and it portrays the Westerns as evil, Americans as evil, or other things like that, or uses multiple racist jokes. I still won't want it to be censored. I'm against censorship, and I'm against having to edit a product to fit a type of market or to appease the sensibilities of a demographic. I'm absolutely fucking tired of that. So much so that I'm gonna present you a few jokes that I found online. Thank you, commenters. I think it was from PC Gamer that I found the link, but either way, awesome jokes. Mexico doesn't win Olympic medals because all the best runners, jumpers, and swimmers are in America. That's true. Why do Chinese people have Chinese babies? Because two wrongs don't make a white. Okay, that's actually quite a good one. Alright, what do you call two Mexicans playing basketball? Juan on Juan. That's a good one. That's a good one. Let's see this one. This one is a long one. A worldwide survey was conducted by the UN. The only question asked was, would you please give your honest opinion about solutions to the food shortages in the rest of the world? The survey was a huge failure. In Africa, they didn't know what food meant. In Eastern Europe, they didn't know what honest meant. That could also mean in Latin America, but let's go on. In Western Europe, they didn't know what shortage meant. In China, they didn't know what opinion meant. In the Middle East, they didn't know what solution meant. In South America, they didn't know what please meant. And in the US, they didn't know what the rest of the world meant. Ha! That's actually kind of a good one. Let's take a random one. This one. What's the difference between England and a tea bag? A tea bag could stay in the cup for longer. That's actually kind of a good one. Why is England the wettest country? Because so many kings and queens have been reigning there. Kings and queens. Okay, this one is... Okay, this one was a bad one. A really, really bad one. Oh, that one was a bad one. A really, really bad one. Either way. Okay, so with that being said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because you obviously want more bad jokes, especially one that I found online. And it was taken randomly. Obviously, you want more of that, don't you? Subscribe! It's an order! Don't forget to hit the notification bell button as well, so you can get a notification every time I upload some shitty video. Good night.